Vanity of vanities. Vanity of vanities. Everything in this world is vanity. Nothing is new under the sun. Kohelet says, my dear brothers and sisters, there comes a point in each of our lives when we stop and we reflect about the meaning of life. We reflect about where we have been, what we have done, how far we have come. We see the timeline of events that have shaped our lives, and we assess how they have impacted who we are today. The book of Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament is the epitome or embodiment. It is the personification of life, reflection, as testified by King Solomon, who wrote it most likely in his advanced age. Metaphorically, the book of Ecclesiastes reads like a photo album. It is like a scrapbook of memories that have shaped Solomon's perspective of life over time. What makes Ecclesiastes intriguing is it captures man's infatuation with chasing after fulfillment in a myriad of forms, fulfillment in a myriad of fashions. Family life, career, profession, business, wealth, treasures, which includes about everything except God. And in our life, we always ask the question, where does real happiness really lie? King Solomon applied himself to exhaust his pursuit of happiness through wisdom, through self-indulgence, through success, through wealth and honor. He pursued the treasures of this world to the extent that he achieved all of them, only to come to the same conclusion each time, that life is void of meaning, that life has no purpose except with God. Vanity of vanities, everything is vanity. Opportunities are endless to whet our appetites into thinking that our wants are actually our needs, and that is precisely what Satan wants to tempt us with in order to draw us away from God. Ecclesiastes, my dear brothers and sisters, carries the theme of vanity throughout its 12 chapters. The vanity of Solomon speaks of sentiment of shallowness, a sentiment of emptiness and without meaning. In other words, we desire only to fill our cravings with the objects of our desires, but we realize quickly that the end result leaves us still empty, is still void, is still lonely. We are not happy after all. And Solomon begins Ecclesiastes with a proclamation of vanity and determines that life simply comes and simply goes without the slightest change to time and creation. Generations come and go. The sun rises in the morning and sets in the evening. The wind blows where it wills. Waters rise and fall. All these events exist independent of man because they are ordained by God. Therefore, it matters not whether a man painstakingly toils under the sun, because one day, someday, he will die. My dear brothers and sisters, Solomon was blessed by God with the gift of wisdom. and prospered more than any man in history. But in his arrogance, he felt that he was still empty. Solomon had more. He had more wealth, more intellect, more power, more everything than any man alive. Yet it did not satisfy the spiritual hole in his heart. He lived the prodigal life. He started well, he finished well, but he was seriously lost somewhere in the middle. Ecclesiastes is a warning to those of us who think life is about our joy, about our comfort, about our happiness, and about our contentment. My dear brothers and sisters, as Solomon discovered the mirage of contentment our world tempts us with, they will all fade and pass away, but the word of the Lord endures forever. Again, vanity of vanities. Everything in this life is vanity. Everything passes away except God. When the responsorial psalm was being read a little earlier, there are a few lines that caught my attention, and I'd like that we end our little reflection with this beautiful prayer from the responsorial psalm. It says, and I quote, "Lord, teach us to number our days aright, that we may gain wisdom of heart." Amen.